Okay, sis, I've left Southport. I'm in Angusville now, and it hasn't been working. I can't get Street View to work, so I'm going to try one more time. Again, I went right to Brian and Randy's place, and when Albert and I were there, oh, you're going to do it again, aren't you? Yeah. When Albert and I were there, we'd stopped at Southport and then Angusville on the way home from seeing his dad just before he died, just after we got married, just outside Winnipeg, in Selkirk it's called. So, but anyway, this is Angusville, and Brian and Randy's house was right here, and right next door to it here was the haunted house. Those are both gone now. I mean, they were gone when Albert and I were there in '97, and the railroad tracks were here, and you can still see at ground view even, you can actually see where the tracks were, but they've been lifted, if you know what I mean. And at the end of this, well, this is where they lived. This is Main Street here, and about a half a mile down the road, this fellow that I ran into on the street said, yes, this is where Sackney's house used to be, and about a half a mile down here was where your grandparents were, and I kind of remembered that. Of course, there's nothing there now but an empty field, and I'm trying to get there for you, but, oh, maybe it'll let me this time. Please let me. And I could actually see what was, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Angusville's back here. And the tracks, right. The tracks were right here. And you can see, I better be careful I don't screw around with this too much, but there's where the tracks were. There's no tracks anymore. And down here, about a half a mile, is where Grandma and Grandpa's place was. And as I said, it's just an empty field now, and Albert and I just kind of parked there, and I just kind of looked off at the field and got a little teary-eyed, but I think it was right in here. I think you can't really tell from this picture. Damn it. It's really fuzzy, and I don't know why it's doing this. But there's like a lot of fence line and stuff in here, and you can see where it used to kind of go like this and then in. And there's a little old shed or something back here, and you can kind of see, of course I can't go any further than this, but you can kind of see, I think there was a foundation in here for a house. I think that's where they were. I think that's where they were. There's a bit of like land behind it yet. That is what looks like to be their old place, and there's some trees out front. It's kind of like a trees out the side and in the front, like a V or a, you know, L, whatever. Pretty sure that's where they were. Anyway, so maybe this will work to get back to where Brian and Randy's street is now. I don't know, we'll see, but if it'll cooperate or not. So if we go down here, yeah, I had nothing but issues with this, so now it seems to be okay. There's really nothing here for home, but at the end of this street is somewhere back, and here is where Davy lived. And at this side of the street. And then in here is where Brian and Randy's place was. Oh Christ, it's going to start again. They would have lived right in here, and the haunted house would have been here, next door. So that's where they were. And just from an aerial view again, just makes it easier to see. Grandma and Grandpa were down in here, and Brian and Randy were right in here. And that's Angusville. And that's it. I guess I could try Cold Lake, but I don't think it's going to ever give me the base. And I'll put, I think, I don't know if it's still called Medley. I'll try that. CFB Medley. Let's see what it does. Oh my God. Oh my God. It actually went there. Look at that. Yeehaw. Okay, so let's just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so there we are. Okay, so we are, here's Mackenzie over here. As soon as the screen clears, it's really screwing up. There we go, it's starting. Oh, come on. See, it's all blurry. I'm waiting for that to piss off. While we're waiting. Okay, so here's the creek. Here's the road to Mackenzie. The guard gate used to be here. Where the frig did this river come from? I don't remember that. There's Martineau, that new area where Joanne Genge lived. But the road from Grand Center. Oh, maybe that was what this was here. The guard gate would have been here, yeah. Anyway, and then a road across to Mackenzie. But if you went via the creek, this is like a freaking river. It's not a creek anymore. The bridge would have been probably right about here. Anyway, and then we were right here. Right here. Yeah, right there. Et voila. So there's Mackenzie School. Here's our street. Here's where we lived. And the light on my camera is starting to flash. Battery's going. I don't think this is going to give me street view because I don't think they do street view on bases, but I'll try. If it dies, it's because the battery went kaput. And no, it's not going to give me. Yeah, no. Anyway, exit ground level. So, oh jeez, it's really bad. We're going to leave it at that. Anyway, we found our street. We found our PMQ. I'm going to go because this is dying. And it's been a lot of fun. I love you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.